everybody, and welcome back to Crit and Miss Role-Playing Games. On this channel, we like to miss more than we crit. We don't give a shit. What's going on, everybody?
Not a lot, Ben. Not a lot.
Not a lot?
Didn't know you were a poet.
Yeah, I know. I just thought of that, just on the spot.
So
Improv,
talented.
baby. Improv.
So damn talented.
I know. That's why I am in the DM seat. That's why Mark got shoved into a blender, and they put me here instead.
Well, he's going off to New Zealand today, from what I hear.
Yeah.
Is he now? Is he?
Mm.
Well,
Jet
he'll see
setting.
this in 2 hours. Or, well, you know, it's 2 hours after. I don't know how time works. Something like that.
Nobody knows how
Time zone.
works.
For me.
That's very dramatic. There we go. Okie dokie. So it's been an entire 7 days since we did episode 1 of Tomb of Annihilation. What have you guys been up to in the last 7 days? You just been like sweating profusely waiting for this episode, or what?
Oh, I've been sweating all right.
Yeah, sweating a lot.
Yeah.
I was saying in the Discord chat earlier, I was like, I have been fretting because last session I dishonestly gave 7 gold pieces to Ivan, and I told him I'd give him 10. So I've been sitting on a lie for 7 days, and I need to give him 3 back. Otherwise, I'll spend another week in sin.
Unable to sleep,
Yeah.
tossing and turning.
He'll probably think that's a bonus.
Yeah. Well, I'll frame it honestly.
Do you know what? Wait till he gives you some sweet dinosaur lore and then pay him for it.
Yeah, wait till he's
$1 a
useful.
time.
Wait till he puts that 7 intelligence to use, and then that's when you pay him.
We're going to Pavlov him.
Can we
give us-
get reminded how good your stats are, please?
Me.
Here's a
Oh.
good
Jeff.
bant top.
Or-
The best. My dex is actually quite
The best
high at
dex.
16. I've got 13 wisdom,
That's not
That's
bad.
pretty good. It's good.
That's
Good.
but those are my only stats over 10.
Oh, buddy.
Oh,
Hooray.
And that's why this is the greatest game in the entire world.
It's gonna be interesting, that's for sure. My Constitution 8 is what worries me the most.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna have to really not get hit.
That's going to
Just-
be a real hindrance when we roll our hit points in just a second.
oh my God.
Also,
Oh my goodness. Be so protective of you, though, knowing that.
don't eat anything sus. We can't have you doing any con saves at all.
But he's the
Who is
ranger.
our poison tester?
You don't have any dwarves.
I will. I'll go.
Well, you're a robot. So
I can't
you'd be
eat-
like, it's fine, guys. Everything's great. Like, oh, I'd
This
only
one tastes
eat
like
parasitic
organic
meat.
matter.
It'd be like- num 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 num.
It
All
burns
right,
a hole
so
through his torso down into the floor. Well, no, not to eat it.
Yeah.
just wanted to say welcome back to those people who were here last week. We are live tonight on Twitch and on YouTube, so we don't need to do another 15 minutes of silence to let the people over on YouTube migrate over to Twitch. You can watch it wherever you want. And of course, the previous episode of Tomb of Annihilation went live on our YouTube channel this morning at 6 a.m. So if you're not caught up, make sure you check that out. But if you want to catch up real quick before we actually get into tonight's episode, you can jump on our Discord, use the chat command !Discord. It'll take you over there, and we do have a session recap on our Discord where you can find everything that happened in dot form from the previous episode. And while you're at it, why don't you just, follow or subscribe to the channel, depending on where you're at. Let me show you how easy it is. You ready? Boop. I did it.
You did it.
Subscribed.
Oh my
Or-
God. Wait, you weren't subscribed?
I didn't subscribe to my own channel. No, I thought that would be vain.
A faux pas, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
No, of course. You
He
don't
made
have
a false
choice.
account, subscribed, just for the purpose of demonstrating to our audience.
Just so I could demonstrate how easy it is to subscribe to Crit and Miss role-playing games, and then you don't miss any episodes from our many campaigns which we've got happening on the channel. For some reason, you don't like jungle adventures? You're more of a gothic horror guy? check out that other one that I do, Back in Blackest Night, which is our Curse stream.
That other one.
We have Vecna Eve of Ruin. We have Chronicles and Chaos, which Sevs runs. I heard that's pretty good.
Yeah.
No?
Oh.
No, it's shit. It's shit, but it's worth.
It's middling at best.
It's middling. Yeah, it's middling. So if you don't want to set your standards too high, make sure you check out Chronicles. That's on Wednesdays, and then we got Fridays. We have Renegades, Rogues, and Runaways. So we've got D&D happening every night of the week, and we've got more stuff coming up. So it's worth just like pressing the button and follow us on the socials as well, because I did an announcement last week. I let everyone know that Vecna Eve of Ruin and Back in Blackest Night are both coming in audio-only podcast formats onto Spotify, starting.
right.
And I haven't told anyone this yet, so you guys are getting an exclusive look behind the curtain here. They're going to launch not next week, but the following week. I think on the 10th and the 12th of February. So on the 10th, we've got 3 episodes of Vecna Eve of Ruin coming to Spotify. And then on the 12th, we have 3 episodes of Back in Blackest Night. And then we're going to have another episode of each launching every single week after that until we're all caught up with the live stream. So if you don't have time to sit and watch us on Twitch or on YouTube, you want to, I don't know, binge while you're driving to work, or block out the sounds of your screaming children, or your employer,
Sorry.
or whatever it is that you want to block out with your podcast, you can now listen to those on podcast, or you can soon at least. So yeah, and we'll share the link for that. And if you could rate and review us on the podcast as well, it'll help, more people find this channel. And the more, like, it's like Pokemon, like the more of us you get together, the more powerful we become. Nerds.
Yes.
Is that what Pokemon do? Or am I thinking of something else?
Look, I'm sure you can just feed them to each other, and then the other one gets bigger and bigger, and then you can ride it somehow. I'm not too sure. I don't know what Pokemon does.
That's kind of like what our community does. We draw new people in, and we all consume each other, and then at the end we'll have one giant super nerd, yeah, that's
Or
our
Sven,
channel.
or a new kind of eldritch horror. It sounds like you've just created there.
Yeah.
All right, so
I was just writing notes for this, and I'm writing down the contacts that we're supposed to find. And because you were talking, instead of writing contacts, I wrote conglomerate. Like
conglomerate.
conglomeration of personalities and people and monsters. You guys affected my brain.
Going off with your big words.
I
Maybe
know.
that's what I should start
Word of
calling
the
the
day.
critverse, the crit conglomerate.
Ooh, yeah.
Sounds
It's
global.
very nice
Oh.
city. Yeah.
We can brainstorm it. We can come up with another way to make
Sounds
that work. but
corporate.
We're on the right track, I think.
Bloody
about
corpo.
Yeah, sounds corporate.
Alrighty, so for those people who missed last week's episode, let's just go across the board. We'll introduce ourselves real quick. Let us know who you are and what character you're playing, and we're going to go in opposite order today. Let's start with you, Aaron, since you're writing notes.
Okay, what do I need to do? I wasn't listening. I was writing notes.
TikTok
Hey.
dance.
Kick off my introduction. I'm Aaron. I am a podcaster from the Phantom Portals podcast and a Dungeons and Dragons player for a very long time. I am playing a character called John, who is a human that sometimes dresses as an elf. He is also a rogue and a previous guide in the jungles of Chult, and he was tasked by a very good friend whose name was Syndra.
You got it right. Not
I did.
Sylvanas.
Yep, Syndra. I did that intentionally last week. Yes. Syndra, to gather a group of wonderful and amazing travel companions, all selected for their impeccable ability of survival, tenacity, amazing intelligence in the form of Ivan, to find a cure for the death curse that's been plaguing all the people that have been resurrected.
Yeah, you definitely put together a crack team here.
Sweet.
Emphasis on crack.
Yeah.
Emphasis.
John was very taken aback by the idea that I can do this for the good of the realm, and I gave her my word, and my word is everything because it's literally all I have.
It's everything that you've got, and 250 gold pieces, and
Yes.
an accurate map of Chult,
And a gambling problem.
and a gambling problem. But we'll get to that. While we're at it, shall we roll for hit points?
Yeah.
For me, yeah.
Yeah. Should we find out how long John's going to survive in this adventure? Because
I can't wait for
yes.
Ivan.
I've
Jeez.
heard it can be quite a deadly adventure, so this is going to be pretty important roll. We're just going to roll once. So for your first, because you're all starting at level 2, for your first level you're going to have your maximum hit points. So for you it'll be 6 plus. I think it's a 6 for a rogue, or is it?
Oh no, it's a D8 for a rogue.
It's a D8. Okay. Oh, chunky rogue. Oh, so D8 plus your Constitution modifier, which I'm assuming is 2.
I think it's D8, or is it D10? I don't know.
Maybe
Correct us, chat.
D8.
D8.
Yeah. Are we sure
D8
it's not a
sounds right.
D10?
D12.
Sure, it's not a
D20.
D100.
D20.
All right. I got 5.
So you got 5. So you're going to have your original 10 plus another 7. So 17. Is that right? Is that
No.
what you have? What's
No,
your
I
con
have-
mod?
That's gone.
It's 0. My con mod's 0, so
Oh,
I'll
okay.
have
All right.
13 total.
So you got 13 total. I like that much better. Thank you for being honest.
2 bonus health points for honesty.
Yeah, maybe I'll give those to Jeff. Jeff.
Good idea.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
We should all give all our inspiration.
Thank you for your honesty.
All right. So Jeff, who are you and what character are you playing, and how many hit points will you have? Let's
Okay.
save the hit points for later, but introduce yourself first.
So this is Ivan, right? And he's not the cleverest. He's fairly wise, but he's not the cleverest. He's pretty much lived out, spent most of his time out in the wild since he was a kid. So he's not very charismatic. He's not very bright, but he can definitely shoot a bow, and so that's kind of kept him alive this long. I don't know how much longer it'll keep him alive, but we're going to find out in this adventure.
Yes, I guess we will. My bet's on 4 episodes. When we come back after Vecna Eva Ruin, that's it for him. He'll be done.
I was thinking about it today. I'd be very shocked if he actually made it to character level 3.
Huh? There's a chance. There's a chance. Let's find out how high that chance is. Let's roll some hit points, shall we? Start off. Let's find out what is your Constitution modifier and what is your hit points, your hit dice, rather.
Okay, so my con modifier is -1 because I'm that tough.
Nice.
And let's see now. My hit dice. Hey, it's D10s. Cool.
D10. All right, so you're going to start off with a 9. That's a good start. And then let's roll a D10. Find out how many more hit points you get.
Okay, and we got. I rolled a 4, so I believe that's a
4.
3.
That's another 3. So you've got 12 hit points, almost the same as the rogue. Look at that.
There we go. I'm
You'll live
tough.
forever. You'll live forever.
In our
Same
heart.
Cannot be said for the next character. Sevs.
Hey, I am playing Good, the Warforged Druid, who is a non-empathetic robot who wants to bury seeds in the dead people's bodies and sprout trees.
Who doesn't?
Exactly. Yeah, so he has 9. He has a D8, and I have a +1 Constitution. That's 9 off the bat.
9 straight off the bat. And roll a D8, and we'll find out how many more hit points you get as a relic.
That is a 2 +1 is a 3.
3. Okay, so far I think we've got a 13, a 12, and a 13. Does that sound about right, or am I off here a little bit?
That's my math correct called calculation.
So bad.
I even got a calculator for this, ladies and gentlemen, because I was sick of using my phone. I know, I'm prepared. That's why I'm a professional. Speaking of professionals, Jake.
Oh, you're too kind.
Okay, I'll try not to be.
Although, by the strictest legal definition, I am a professional dungeon master.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I work with. I do a lot of conventions, and I work with places like Fruit Bowl Dice and Dungeons and Dragons Australia. I am playing a wood elf named Keltumal, one of the finest potters and basket weavers that you'll ever find. I'm only really going to Chult because they have some ancient techniques for making clay that I'm very interested in. I got lucky. I only got one stat below 10. So my constitution is a 15, which gives me a +2 modifier. So straight off the bat, that's 10. I have a D8, which I will roll now, and I will get an additional.
What's your
I
roll?
rolled a 2.
Oh. All right. So what's that make your total?
13.
12? 13?
13.
13. We have another 13. Oh, gods. All right. Can someone beat a 13 with their hit points tonight?
No, we'll just be the mighty 13.
No.
Surely if someone can do it, it'll be either the fighter or the paladin. Let's start with the paladin, Jess.
So, I'm Jess, also known as Botanic Cool, because plants are cool, yo. I am part of Fruit Bowl Dice, the one of two of us that run it. Don't forget to use Crit and Miss in the affiliate codes at the end there, and get yourself a free gift, plus support the channel. You know the spiel by now. We sell dice. It does what it says on the box. So, the dice that I'm going to use tonight, because we're going to go on a boat. Okay. We're going on a boat. So, I'm using the Ahoy Mateys, which is totally not going to... Among Mod's going to know which ones these are, because he got them.
Oh,
You're just going to have to trust me. They've got little ship wheels in them. So we're going to roll that.
Fun to see it.
So I'm playing Melia, the tiefling paladin, who takes herself, everybody else, and just everything in general super seriously. She will be using words, like big words that she does not know the doesn't know the definitions to, so she'll put them in the wrong places. She doesn't like salt because apparently when one eats, they should be suffering. And is taking the honorary title of second in command incredibly seriously. Just like everything else. So, in terms of stats, I got really unlucky and rolled a 3 for one of my stats. However, I've made a devil's bargain, which we didn't touch base on, but we'll have to do that later.
We'll get to that.
So now I only have one stat below 10, which is nice. And my constitution is a 12, giving me a +1.
Alrighty then.
Why does it say +2? It doesn't matter. D&D Beyond's on crack. We don't need to. So, we're rolling a D10 for
The
hit
D10
points
plus
using the
1. So
Ahoy Mace.
you're starting with an 11, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, starting with an 11. Let's roll a D10. Let's find out. Can you get more than a 13?
You got 13.
I got 10, bitch.
Oh my god. Did that put you on 20?
That is the last good roll for the evening. So
You've used all your luck.
in front. Somebody's
Got
gonna
a
be in
tank.
front. It's not gonna be me.
The
That is-
rich get richer.
So good.
No, we've got a tank now at least. Someone to take all the hits.
I mean,
yeah,
apart from me.
I'm not gonna be able to make any hits, but
John will be saying second in command. Check out that hole a lot.
You see that
Oh, okay.
slightly raised tile over there?
Is that OH&S problems? I might become
No,
HR
yeah.
in this campaign. We haven't
That's
accounted
good.
in another. I'll be a HR professional in this.
we'll have to unionize.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, let's not go to Chult. Let's just like unionize. Do not go there.
That'll be the whole campaign. It's just.
Open a
We
big
call it the island.
All right. Speaking of unions, Jem, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, yeah. I'm a member of a union. I don't do much with it. So yeah, I'm Jem. I am going to be playing Nayrin/Rin. I don't know how to calculate hit points. I believe that. Also, I'm a fighter, by the way. And yeah, I'm also pretty serious and quiet, which is a different kind of character for me. So I start with 10, yeah, and I've got +6 from con. Is that correct?
I don't think your con is +6. I'd have to have a look at your character. Give me 1 second. I can bring that right up for you.
Thank you.
I think your Constitution modifier will probably
A
be
+3.
a +3. So if your hit dice is a 10, you should have a 13.
All right, and then I've got to roll another d10.
That is correct.
All right, pray for me. Oh, is that a 9 or a 6? Oh, that's a 6. That's
six.
okay.
All right, pretty good.
So that's 19. I'm happy
19.
with that. Yeah, and my other stats were really good. My dump stat was intelligence, so we're not the brightest tools in the shed. Oh,
Did you add your Constitution second? Don't you add your Constitution on the first one and the second?
Yes. No, you do
Oh.
need to
Yeah,
add
but
it to your
everyone.
second one as well. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you for keeping me honest.
So
add
16 plus 6, is that correct? So it'd be 22.
wait. So it should be 19
9.
plus 3, so it should be 21.
22.
So it'll be 10 plus
19.
2, which is 13.
Oh.
Roll a 6, which is 19. Yeah,
22.
22.
22. Sorry. Yes.
Okay.
Woo,
Woo, 2 tanks, baby. All
there you
right.
go. All right. Awesome. That is that is some
Look,
pretty good hit points. All right. I know how many more
Okay.
creatures I'll
How
need
do
to add
I
to every combat.
add that to my sheet without stuffing it up? I always get that confused. Is it rolled HP? Do I just put in 22 in that?
I think so. We
Okay.
might have to have a look at that later. I don't
I'll
know
have a look.
exactly. Yeah.
It says max hit point. Oh.
We'll just remember
Oh.
what your maximum hit points are. The 20.
I found it just before. Just give me a
Thank you.
second. to see if
It's
I can
really hard to
it again.
find.
But
I
on the
know.
first character page, you have to tick manual HP, and then on your class page, you have to manually adjust it.
There you go.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Last go manage P because that's. I mean, I didn't do the roll thing on that first page, so just go
Yes,
manage
and so
HP.
do
Override.
Yeah, and so I put override HP. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, thank you. Very helpful.
Is it correct? Don't
Who
know.
knows? It gets
I'm
the
happy
job
with-
done, and that's all that matters.
So excited. Yay.
Right.
Oh, no, that's not right. It's saying I have 7 hit points.
That sounds about right.
You meant to,
Oh,
you meant to put
It's
22,
fine.
not 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to work on that in the background. It's done something to me. Oh, yep. Go ahead. I'll fix
That's
this.
all right. Yes, we can fix that as we go along. I'm sure we'll be able to figure it out between the 7 of us. My God, 6 players. Usually run with 4. Okay, so Tomb of Annihilation. In last week's episode, we started off the adventure with Aaron's character, John, meeting with an acquaintance of his by the name of Sindra Sylvain. They had a little bit of history together. What that history was, we don't know. But what matters is, Sindra asked John to go to Chult in order to pinpoint the location of origin of a death curse that was sweeping across Faerun, preventing resurrection magic from functioning the way that it should, or preventing it from functioning at all. But on top of that, it was causing those people who had ever been affected by resurrection magic, brought back from the brink of death, to slowly wither and die. Now, Sindra had received a letter from an agent in Chult by the name of Magna McKellar.
I read that down.
And I can bring that up for you guys as well. I should be able to do that now. Boom source. Should be seeing that appear on your screen. If your screen is refreshed, that is. There you go. What one is that showing? Is that showing this one? It is. It shouldn't be showing that one. But there's the letter for you guys to refresh your memory. It says the following. Dear Sindra, I was deeply saddened to hear about your condition. My heart goes out to you in this difficult time. As you know, our mutual acquaintances have poured a lot of time and effort into finding the origin of that which afflicts you, to no avail. But I believe I may have discovered something that could set our feet back on the right path. I have recently come across some new information. I cannot divulge the source. You understand how it is. That seems to be our most promising, indeed our only lead of yet. According to my source, the curse may originate from my very backyard, deep within the jungles of Chult. I will need more time to investigate the veracity of the reports, but of course, my investigations are not without cost. I sincerely hope this letter finds you well. Truly, I hope we can bring an end to this tragedy before it is too late. Yours truly, M. Identified as Magnar McKellar. Sindra also informed you that she had booked passage to Port Nyanzaru, the only bastion of civilization on the peninsula of Chult. The home of Magnar McKellar, at least the place from which he operates. And that she had booked passage for you to Port Nyanzaru aboard a vessel known as the Brazen Pegasus. And the captain's name was Automate Swift. You are to meet her in the port of Baldur's Gate at first light the following morning. So, I think, unless anyone has something else they would like to do, we can just move straight on to the voyage, unless there's something anyone else wants to do before they leave, or...
Yes, one thing. I'm going to buy some arrows, if I may, at any shop that's around.
Right.
I'd like to have more than one quiver.
That is not the right song that I'm looking for. More than one quiver. Okay. You can buy some arrows. You can look it up, find out how much it costs. Buy yourself some arrows. That's
Yep,
totally fine.
I've already done that. Well, I've already
done
looked it up.
Okay, fantastic. I'm trying to find the... You know what? I'll just play that one. That one's pretty good. There was supposed to be another one, and I now can't find it. Doesn't matter. All right. So, yes?
Sorry. Will there be places to buy rations after we get off this boat? Because I'm going to need rations.
I think it would be safe to say that there will be places where you're going to be able to purchase some supplies. Now, we did talk about this before we actually started this adventure. We are going to be tracking supplies whenever you are traveling through the jungles of Chult. I'm not going to be too worried about it as long as you're in civilization. We can just assume we'll take some silver pieces out. We'll say, you can find food. It's not that hard, and we'll just bundle it in with your accommodation, and we'll just work it out that way. But when you actually do go into the jungles, you will be able to purchase what we're calling expedition supplies. Every day that you're moving through the jungle, you'll need to use one supply per person. And you're going to be able to carry as many supplies as your strength score each. So those of you who are stronger are going to be able to carry more supplies as you go into the jungle. And then if the supplies run out, well, we'll talk about what the consequences of that are going to be.
We got Ivan. He'll hunt us some food. Oh, good.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Also, I've got Goodberry. That just might help.
And we've got plenty of humans as well. We can eat them.
Exactly. You've got options, is what I'm saying here. And when it comes to it, we'll figure it out as we go along. But essentially, should you run out of supplies, you'll start taking levels of exhaustion. But that's not going to happen, right? At least not at the beginning of this adventure. So we'll tackle that when we get to it. For the meantime, let's just move ahead, shall we? You all gather at first light the following morning at the designated location. Now, Baldur's Gate is famous for the deep fog that sweeps into the docks every morning. You find your way through the piers and the dark warehouses by the dim green light of the lanterns. And before long, you all gather upon the pier. You guys tell me, who do you think is the first person to arrive?
Honestly, given Melia is taking this all very seriously, I reckon she'd be there like an hour early, just standing there looking out at the city, just waiting for the first person to arrive, just staring, almost unblinking, just.
And if you're arriving there before even the sun comes up and begins to burn away that all-encompassing fog, maybe you arrive and you see a gnomish woman. She's standing at the edge of the pier, side by side with a gruff-looking man. She seems to be going over what appears to be a ledger with this man. And I can picture this in our heads. Maybe we just hear like the footsteps as you approach. And she turns. And you can see she is wearing like a loose-fitting blouse and a bandana that ties her hair back. She's adorned with like copious amounts of jewelry. There's a cutlass dangling on a broad leather belt. Her hand moves to her cutlass as she hears you approaching. As she peers through the fog. What does she see?
Well, given that she's a gnome, probably just a pair of shins. 'Cause
She's about 3 feet tall, by the way.
yeah, Melia is 7 foot in with horns in full chain, with a halberd, sort of always at the ready. And she sort of just clomps over, because clomping is the term that is going to be used here. I don't think any sneaking is going to happen from this woman. Long, thick, dreadlocked hair running down her back that she's tied up in a loose ponytail. Obviously that one eye that's been blackened and ruined, with the tattoos licking up her throat. She sort of just approaches the general vicinity that we all said we'd meet and stop.
That'll be far enough there, lass.
Oh, you're talking to me.
Aye. What brings you?
Don't bring that up, please. It's a sensitive topic.
She sort of raises an eyebrow and turns back towards the guy that's standing there behind her. He's got like a thick mustache that joins up with a pair of sideburns, but he's like shaved. His head is shaved, and he sort of shrugs. She's like, "What brings you to the pier at this time of the morning?"
Well, I was told that my friends and I were meeting here at precisely sunup, and thus I had to be here extraordinarily early to ensure that the meeting would go off post-haste.
Ah, and who are you to be meeting then?
Well, our glorious leader, John. There's a fellow named Kelmatul, I believe, a potter of some sort. Who else have we got? We've got, Ivan. He's a joyful fellow. And a robot that collects water. There was also a lovely lass, Rin, I believe. Yes, older woman. Sensible, serious. I liked her.
And the man speaks. He's like, "Captain Swift, these are the ones." She looks back towards him, again with a raised eyebrow, turns back towards you, Melia. And she's like, "Aye, You're to be our passengers then.
Well, I'm the only one here at the moment, so we'll have to wait.
But hopefully you're not going to be waiting too long. We're going to be casting off soon, and if someone's not here on time, well, they'll be going to be getting left behind.
Well, I'm sure that our leader will give them a much-needed timeliness discussion around being late. I'm only second in command, see, that's not my area of bossness.
Do you carry any symbols of your religion on you?
Yeah, I should have an amulet with the holy symbol of Ilmatar around her neck.
She spits over the side of the pier into the water, and she looks back towards you. She's like, can't help but notice you've got that red band around your neck.
Yeah. It is a symbol of my devotion to my god. Is this some sort of inquisition? Is this a job interview? I'm already hired.
No, your reasons for being here are not my business.
Oh,
I owed Miss Sylvain a favor or two, pulled a few strings, helped us out when we were in a spot of trouble. So, felt the only right thing to do was to help her out in return. But, listen, I don't normally do this sort of thing, carrying passengers and whatnot. Got only a couple of rules aboard the Brazen Pegasus.
rules?
I,
She looks very excited, like she full perks up at the mention of rules.
For one, when I say jump, you don't ask me how high. You simply jump as high as you can. And for second, the only prayers that we said aboard my vessel are going to be prayers to Joaquin. So you leave that any holier than thou attitudes aboard the dock. You hear?
Well, I can't leave this here. It's worth quite a bit. But your god, I'm sure there's room enough for us to, I can say some nice words to him too. What's his thing? What does he do?
She sort of gives you a half smile, and she's like, "You're not heard for the Golden God."
All gods call themselves the Golden Gods. Let's be honest. They all think they're wonderful. So
We've got a long voyage ahead of us. I'm
Yeah.
sure we have plenty of time to make you well acquainted with Joaquin. In the meantime, we've got some last things I need to take care of.
well, don't let me keep you. Like I say, I'm just here to make sure that I'm on time because I don't like being late. I didn't sign up for it. Just go about your business. It's all good.
She tends to go back to ordering her crew as they load crates aboard the ship, but she stops, turns back towards you again, and she's like, "Begging my pardon. Didn't get your name."
Oh, my name is Melia Asdarak, and she holds out a large red clawed hand.
And she'll take it. She'll shake your hand. And for
It's
someone
quite
of her
firm.
diminutive size, she also shakes your hand quite firmly. And I imagine as that handshake unfolds, maybe we hear the sounds of the next person approaching.
I probably would be coming. I'd be like almost skipping, so you'd hear like a rhythmic skip, but I'd be singing like the same song the Scarecrow sings from The Wizard of Oz. If I only had a brain. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And then I'd like kick something off into the water or listen to it plop and I'd be like, Malia, bright and early. Just as any second in command should be. I'll tell you what, this atmosphere is quite foreboding.
Oh, you're telling me. Just
Can't
wait
wait
until you
for
get the induction from this one.
you've already had the induction.
Yeah, I didn't have a
Wonderful,
choice.
wonderful. Anything we should be worried about? And by that, I think you take me to mean, can we fuck these guys up?
No, I don't think. I think she seems quite. Well, she's quite small, but I don't think her handshake. It's quite firm. I don't.
Ooh. Yes,
I'd
firm
leave that
handshake.
one.
It is a tell of a hard life, and someone who enjoys respect. Where is
She
this?
did say that there was going to be some jumping involved, so be ready for that.
Well, jumping I'm good at,
Oh, that's good.
due to my time in the circus as a youth. Where is this captain? And I'm looking at normal height. I'd like to shake their
She's
hand.
possibly behind a chair over there.
Well, do you happen to know how to tell the time? Because I believe that we should embark on our adventure together. Everybody steps foot on the boat at the same time. A symbolic gesture. That means we are all one.
Well, it's just you and me at the moment.
I just walk up out of the fog and be like, morning.
Oh, God. Oh, my goodness.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rin.
Good morning. How goes it?
Well, wonderfully alive and awake now. If there was some sunshine beaming through the sails, it would be a much brighter sight.
I heard a beautiful song before. Was that you?
It may or may not have been me.
Oh, fantastic.
I quite like the sound of music in the morning.
Fantastic. Well done being here early. Where's everyone else?
Well, so far it's just the three keen beans.
I like that.
Yes, just between the three of us, I'm not sure if that robot was correctly working. Perhaps it doesn't have a sense of time. I'm very reluctant to see if this...
I'm a little bit concerned about his jumping ability, given the jumping exercises that the captain was talking about.
And as you say that, you see a bunch of rubbish kind of shake a little bit, and then the robot just stands up and just brushes off the foulness, pulls out like a banana skin off the top of his head and just brushes himself down. And
I didn't mean what I said before, Gert. It was...
Mean what? I can't jump.
Yes, that's...
Oh, I should
Suddenly-
go tell the captain.
Suddenly you hear a voice from a nearby post just saying, "What, you're riding here too?"
This bodes well. If you can hide in plain sight in trash, you'll surely be able to hide in the jungle.
I slept here because I didn't have anywhere else to go, so I just kind of
Oh,
found a pile and just kind of fell asleep.
It's quite astute. Very forward-thinking, smart.
Right. Let's just be off.
well,
We
we've
can't.
got one
Not
more
yet.
member.
Let's wait.
Around this time that I'll be dragging my heel slumped over, rubbing sleep out of my eye. Oh, good, I'm not late.
Well, you're the latest of all of us, but yes, technically you are on time.
No matter. Where will I be lodging on this vessel?
Somewhere in that ship. But the important part is, where doesn't matter. Whom with your new friends.
I didn't realize we'd be sharing rooms. I might have reconsidered.
We may even be sharing hammocks.
Are they
I
big
mean,
enough?
Splendid.
I lean over to Melia and go, gonna keep his ears.
Which one's the real ones or the fake ones?
Also, the elf, I'm gonna keep his ears.
I
Oh.
don't hear this.
I'm too tired to even bother to hear that. That boy better have put all of my supplies on the ship yesterday.
Well, shall we all take our first symbolic and literal step onto adventure together as one? Hold your right hand. Oh, sorry, hold your right foot above the plank.
Yeah, let's take a symbolic step.
Yes, a
Yes!
symbolic step.
Seismic.
A symbiotic step? What?
I hold my left foot over.
I, being the person in the group with the highest intelligence, I roll my eyes.
I look
at
at
everyone
very
and just go to walk.
small gangplank. Everybody, all 6 people trying to get their foot on the small gangplank. And I'm like, how? All right, you're in my way. Whose elbow is that? Like,
Someone falls into the water and gets eaten by a shark.
Roll athletics, like to see whether we can make it
We
across.
all get on the boat
Oh.
together.
As you start to approach the gangplank, you hear a low, shrill whistle, very short, and you board the brazen Pegasus. And as you board the ship, you can see that gentleman that you saw earlier. He's standing at the top of the gangplank, and he's like, "Are we all here then?"
Yes, all 6 members of the Saviors. I'm John Owens, the first in command. This group of friends first, adventurers second.
Word of advice on board the brazen Pegasus. You're just a passenger. My name is Grig Riddell. I'm the second in command. I'm the first
me
mate
too.
aboard the brazen Pegasus. Now, I'm not sure how much you've been told, but this isn't a passenger or a leisure craft. We were, as long as you're on board this ship, you'll be staying out of the crew's way. You're not expected to help out, but just make sure you don't hinder our crew. You'll be spending your time on the main deck here. We'll string a tarp
Perfect.
at night
Absolutely
time,
perfect.
keep you free of most of the nasty weather as much as we can.
We'll
If we
huddle
run
together.
into any problems, you're more than welcome to take refuge down below deck, but you're not to touch anything. Below deck, we also have the captain's and my own quarters, and we have the kitchen down there as well, but the kitchen is to be off limits to yourselves. This voyage should take us, 3 to 4 weeks.
3 to 4 weeks.
you misspoke. 3 to 4 weeks.
Aye, 3 to 4 weeks.
Do you have enough supplies to feed my crew and myself on this vessel for 3 to 4 weeks?
You need not worry. Miss Sylvain has made sure we had enough supplies on board the vessel to accommodate you. As Captain Swift mentioned earlier, we're not used to having passengers on board this vessel. Unfortunately, we can't offer any luxuries, so to
Oh,
speak.
good.
So this might not be the most comfortable experience, but I can promise you this: there is no ship faster than the brazen Pegasus.
Yes, well, the deck space looks quite wonderful, very cozy indeed. Please, don't feel guilty about having us sleep on the deck as one big group. There is lots of activities that I would like to do on here. I saw this play recently. 2 lovers stood at the bow of a boat, one behind the other, arms outstretched. I've always wanted to reenact that. I'm sure 3 weeks would be plenty of time. I do believe that ship sank, though. Terrible tragedy.
Make yourselves comfortable. Find yourself a spot, and well, we'll be spending a lot of time together, so I guess we'll get to know each other pretty well. And you hear the voice of the captain, Autumn Swift. She's like, Mr. Riddell, I think it's about time we were away. Aye, Captain. And the crew begin, without even being told what to do, to set about their task of shoving off from the port of Baldur's Gate.
Is there anything we notice about the crew? Can we see them? Like, how many? What's their number? Would we know of these people? Like, are they people who live on land when they're not at the sea in Baldur's Gate, or are they are they strangers to our group?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no one probably knows who they are. I would allow you to roll a check if you want to learn more information. You're welcome to do so. You could roll an insight check. I would allow Melia to roll a religion check if she would like. History, if you want to roll some history, I would also allow that.
Okay, I'll roll just an insight.
I'm just picturing the crew from Muppet Treasure Island. And I'm looking for Mr. Arrow.
Great.
So as the resident paladin, I have -1 to religion.
Very
And
good.
as such, that is a 17.
A 17 on religion.
Mhm.
I can actually tell you a couple of things. You may not have recognized this straight away, but you do recognize the deity that she mentioned earlier, Joaquin, also sometimes known as the Golden Lady, Liberty's Maiden, or the Merchant's Friends, often venerated by not only merchants, but investors, accountants, entrepreneurs, caravan guides, pretty much everyone who's involved in the mercantile trade. Yeah, that's what I can tell you about that. So you would recognize that, which is, a little bit unusual. You would say that most people who are sailors, captains, all that kind of stuff would probably be more likely to offer their prayers to Umberly or a god of similar sort of thing. But
Water vibes, yeah.
Water vibes. She mentioned specifically Joaquin. It might stand out to you as being a strange thing, but not altogether strange, I suppose. If they're making runs between Baldur's Gate and Chult, you can only imagine that they are probably, traders of some sort. Are there any other checks that were made? I can't.
I did an insight, but I think with my role, the light is impeding my ability to see everybody. So
Yeah,
I'm trying to sort of take a measure of everybody, and
What I can tell you is, apart from the captain and the first mate, there are 6 other crew members, 3 male, 3 female. You might see them, especially now, as they're busily getting ready to cast off from Baldur's Gate for this relatively long voyage. They are going about their business. You can tell, even with a 12, that they are very proficient at their job, despite their sort of rough outward appearance. They seem to be quite disciplined. You would expect sailors to be fairly intoxicated at this time in the morning. These crew members are going about their job with a rugged proficiency, which tells of, their professionalism, I suppose.
yeah. So would we sort of be getting the impression that this is a group of people who are used to traveling, used to making money through travel into
Yes.
commerce? Yep. Okay.
Absolutely, yes.
Cool.
Looking around, do I see? Was the captain the gnomish individual?
Yeah, so she is a gnome. She is, roughly 3 feet tall. She, despite her size, carries herself with like an air of confidence and authority.
All right. I'll look to Malia and I'll say, "Okay, Malia, I'm going to make my formal introduction with the captain. I'll take Gert and Ivan with me just for some extra muscle. If yourself, Rin, and Keltumal want to set us up at the bow of the ship, get us a nice view out of the spray of the salt. I know how you don't like that.
Indeed. Yes, boss, she
And
says.
clear some space for the jumping that she asked for earlier.
Yes, we'll make sure that there is a sizable jumping arena. Yes.
If there's any trampolines, get the trampolines. May help Keltumel doesn't look like a jumper. Ivan, Gerd,
Yep,
With-
yep.
did you both say yep at the same time?
No, I didn't say anything because you said good and my name's Gert. So I'm like, I'm looking a little bit confused. I was like, what
In character, I would have got that wrong, and I walk past, and you're still just standing there. I'm like, good.
Is it another
Good.
person? Is it good? good,
Good, yes.
right?
Am I saying that right? Good.
Well, not really. No, it's good. Good.
My apologies. Good. Good. Lead the way. We're going to meet the captain. It's only respectful on a vessel. She owns this one. We need to make ourselves known.
Okay. Yeah, follow behind.
I'll follow along.
Ivan, can you cook?
I'm not too bad. In fact, I can actually catch it before I cook it.
We'd be using that. And we'll walk up to the gnome.
I'd be worried if you could cook it before you caught it.
If you were to find Ortome Swift, she would probably be standing at the tiller, at the aft of the ship, sort of overlooking the crew as they go about their task.
I will say, Captain Swift, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and we thank you for carrying myself and my band of saviors all the way to Chult. If there is anything we can do to assist you on this voyage, please, you only need to ask.
You need not do much but stay out of the way of the crew. That'll be enough, sir.
Well, Ivan here is a wonderful cook. Gert knows his way around any kind of botany. Nobody wants to get scurvy, so please, use us as we will.
Our mutual acquaintance has seen to it that all your needs will be taken care of as long as you're aboard the Brazen Pegasus. She's paid for everything that you'll be needing for a long-haul voyage such as this, and then some.
Well, I was hoping the journey would be a little bit shorter. I mean, less lengthy.
We'll do the best that I can to get you to your destination, Mr.
Owens, John Owens, yes.
John.
Yes, it was 3 weeks. It was just a tiny inconvenience. Our time is of small supply.
She's like staring at you.
Yes. Is anything we can do to...
Have I seen you before?
Well, that depends on your definition of seen. Am I right, Ivan?
I don't know what it means either, really.
I don't understand this conversation.
Perceived in the mortal plane. Perhaps in the light of day, recalling a memory of distant past. Perhaps my brother. Who knows?
Roll a deception check for me.
Okay. Well, it's a number.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
We're off to a great start.
That's 7.
7?
Hmm.
Okay. Everyone does get inspiration at the start of an episode, so if you would like, you can have inspiration.
I'm saving that to help Ivan.
Saving that to help Ivan. You're
All
like,
heroic inspiration for human rogue Ivan goes to Ivan.
you say, maybe it's my brother, and she's just like stone-faced, just like watching you. She's like, right, your brother.
Have you traveled to Chult often?
Well, I've made this journey more times than I can count.
Mm-hmm. And ever transported locals back and forth?
No. Not in the business of carrying passengers. It is a dangerous voyage, this.
Just cargo, then.
Just cargo.
But for the right price, you would take a party of adventurers.
It's not usually my business to ferry folk back and forth. Let's just say I owed our mutual friend a favor.
Me too.
Well, here we are.
That we have in common. Say, you know the mainland of Chult. Where could we find a gentleman merchant by the name of Wakanga Otamu?
Wakanga Otamu. That would be one of the merchant princes, I believe.
Yes, I did hear he was royalty. Does he reside in a quarter of prominence?
I wouldn't say royalty. That sort of thing might upset some folk. And I'll actually get you're there, right?
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah.
When John says that Wakanga Otamu is royalty, you can't really pinpoint why, but you start to feel agitated by that.
As every time they say his name, I just kind of grunt and like.
It was
Oh.
really like when he said, you know, I heard his royalty. For some reason, that annoyed you.
As he grunts, I'll just say, "Beg your pardon."
Something the matter with your unusual looking friend here.
Well, actually, he's a robot, an automaton. He may just require a handkerchief, and I'll hand him one and say, "Blow your nose, Gert."
So I put it up to my face that has no nose. Like,
Yes. Exhale. Now, yes, Wakanga Atamu, a prince. of Port Nyanzaru.
I am
Where-
merchant prince. There are 7 merchant princes in Port Nyanzaru. They serve as the de facto leaders of the port. Now, I'm not sure what you've heard about Port Nyanzaru. It happens to be the only bastion of civilization upon the peninsula of Chult. But it's, well, it's not exactly like Baldur's Gate. It's a frontier city.
Is he trustworthy? Does his reputation precede him?
I've never had business with him personally, but what I can tell you is the merchant princes of Port Nyanzaru do not suffer fools. If you're to do business with them, I would come prepared.
Understood. Thank you for the information, Captain Swift. My party and I will try to stay out of your way and be of minute disturbance.
Aye. Please make yourself comfortable, Mr. Johns.
It's John Owens. And then I'll walk back down the stairs.
I don't think he has a brother.
I was pretty sure of that. He never mentioned a brother.
He didn't mention a brother, to be honest.
No.
Can I cast something, please? I am going to, as I walk back to everybody else, I am going to cast Druidcraft, and it's going to be weather sensor, and it will tell me what the weather is for the day for the next 24 hours.
Oh, okay. All right. I dig that. Do we have to roll anything for that, or it just sort of happens?
So I just entered the game log. Weather sensor, you create a tiny harmless sensory effect that predicts what the weather will be at your location for the next 24 hours. The effect may manifest as a golden orb for a clear sky, cloud for rain, falling snowflakes for snow, and so on. The effect persists for 1 round.
Okay, timing harmless sensor. Okay. Location for the next 24 hours. Very good.
And we go out to the location because we are moving on a boat. So.
Yes. Well, I'm going to say the location. Let's say it's basically where the boat is. I think that sort of makes sense for our purposes here. Let me just have a look here, and we will find out. It is going to be. It's going to get colder significantly, and it is going to rain
Okay.
in the next 24 hours. And I am going to kill OBS. That's what I'm going to do, because it keeps changing my thing. Anyway, okay, so that's what it's going to be. And you cast off from Baldur's Gate, and you head out from there. And the voyage from Baldur's Gate to Chult takes you across the open ocean. And as was mentioned, it's far from comfortable. The ship is a small sloop, a single mast, as you can see in the artwork that I'm sharing, and has little room in the way of creature comforts. Most nights you spend beneath a tarp strung up on the ship's main deck, offering very little in the way of protection against the elements or the movements of the crew as they go about their business of navigating the treacherous seas between Baldur's Gate and Port Nyanzaru. The captain of the ship we've already introduced is obviously Automay Swift, and she goes about her business with a well-earned confidence as she goes about barking her orders to the crew. And you make pretty good time. As I mentioned, a couple of hours after you depart from Baldur's Gate, it starts to rain, and that rain gets heavier by the second day, but by the third day things start to calm down a little bit, and you get a pretty good wind, and you can tell that from the discipline of the crew and the conditions that you're sailing in, as you're making extremely good time. I don't know if anyone has any experience on board ships or anything like that.
I'm
Just
pretty
the ferry.
sure Ivan's never been on a boat in his life. This whole time I've been wondering how bad his seasickness would be, actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
we did a liveaboard for some scuba diving, and seasickness was fun, and then you get used to it, and then you get land sickness on the other side.
Oh.
So here's
great.
here's what we'll do. Let's roll a con save. Find out
Oh
if
no!
anybody is, at least for the first couple of days, badly afflicted by seasickness as you go.
So
think
I can
people-
roll a d20 and add my modifier, yeah?
Correct. Yes.
Oh, that's not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
I'm all good.
17.
Does anyone have a passive perception of 15 or above?
Yep.
I might. Yes, I have 15.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Ivan.
14.
I have 15.
Just
Notices shit without even knowing.
Ivan and Gert.
I do as well.
And you, John.
We're just like da 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 da.
At the
Art over there.
At the end of that conversation that you had earlier, you do notice something. You notice that when you leave, you can see that the captain calls one of the crew members to her and sort of talks to the crew member, and sort of is pointing towards you, John. That's sort of what you notice. We are just going to go for a quick break. I'm just going to fix my camera. We're going to be back in just a minute, and we will find out who has seasickness.
Hey.
Ooh.
Hooray.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in. And we're back, and my camera's still not working. Thanks, everyone, for sticking with us. I'm just going to turn my camera feed off for the time being, and maybe I'll put something up there in post. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about this. Everything seems to be malfunctioning tonight, but that's okay, because you know what's not malfunctioning? My players, I suppose.
Oh, I'm always malfunctioning.
Maybe Gert.
Give it time.
Well, you're
He does
certainly
something weird
functioning.
every time I call somebody a prince.
You're still functioning better than pretty much everything else tonight. So that's you're doing well. You're doing better than OBS and my camera and everything else that seems to have decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to take the night off. All right. So when we left, we were going to have a look to see if anyone was affected by seasickness. So let's go across the board, find out who rolled poorly on their con save, and we'll find out what happens. Let's start with Rin.
Oh, yeah. So I'm in a weird situation because my character rolled pretty well, but in real life, I rolled like a 1. So my character's going to be out for the rest of the night, everyone.
Okay. Yep.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Migraine's
That's
a bitch.
That's okay. All right.
That's so...
So
20 for no reason as well. I'm just playing with my dice.
stop it.
well.
You need those for next
Wasting
time.
them.
All right. Melia. How'd Melia go with her seasickness?
I rolled 17.
Oof, nice.
A 17. All right. Pretty good. Pretty good. Hell to Mal.
I rolled a 14.
A 14. Pretty good. You're all right. Gert. Gert, are you even affected by seasickness? Is that something that's even possible?
I don't know because it does not have a mouth. I rolled a 6 + 1 constitution is a 7, so I'm just on the side going, oh, I feel so sick. I'm just making the noises.
You know what I like to think? Maybe that feeling that you were suffering from earlier, that sense of agitation, just lingers the entire time, and you're just unable to be focused. Like it just keeps coming over you in waves. Like you just keep replaying that same thing over and over again. So maybe that's...
I think I'm dying.
I think you're just not used to being on the water, Gert. I'll pat his metallic back and I'll say, it will pass, son. Don't you worry.
Hold my hair.
I'll hold it back for you, Gert. Look, if anything comes out of your non-existent mouth, or if something opens that shouldn't, I'll call the ship's mechanic or doctor, whichever one fits you best.
I feel slightly queasy. I'm going back into the circle. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna decompose and go back into the circle.
Just lie in the fetal position here, and we'll create a nice little barrier around you. Don't worry. Your friends have you. Lucky we packed that seed for you, hey?
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, see? John does have a brain.
Just curl up in a ball and just tuck myself away.
I put a blanket on you.
I got 16 for my seed. Yes. I've been on boats before.
Oh, okay. So you had a 16, so you're all right. So the only person really suffering from the seasickness is Gert. Am I right? Ivan, what did you roll? So I think I missed your roll.
Oh, yes. I actually rolled in game log because I was lazy.
Oh,
and got a 14.
A 14,
and,
okay.
Yeah, I imagine I'm helping the poor robot, but I won't know how because I've actually never seen an animal like him before.
You're just like holding hands 5 feet away, just like, it's okay.
Actually,
right.
I've got it. I'm going to offer him a piece of grass, but, I probably keep some on me. So just try
I'll tell you
feed-
what, this is a particularly uncomfortable journey for you, Gert. Your friends do their best to try and help you, but you simply cannot shake the feeling of agitation. Perhaps it's the journey, perhaps it's something else, but it just lingers with you the entire time. But luckily, in part to the ship and the crew and the captain's proficiency with this particular trek, it doesn't take too long. You make pretty good time, and after just over 3 weeks, you sort of start to approach the peninsula of Chult. Now, before we do arrive, is there anything else anyone wanted to do before you arrive? Or, yes, what would you like to do?
By now, I would have given Ivan 3 gold, and I would have told everybody that I do not, in fact, have a brother.
Oh.
Everybody on the entire ship.
Oh.
Oh, a bonus. Oh, thanks very much.
It's not really a bonus. It's more like money owed. And take it from somebody who knows owing money is not a good feeling. So, please take this.
There's money involved.
Well, yes, I do have a stipend if you would like to take some for your own personal use. It is travel funds given to us by...
How come he gets it?
Well, our agreement was that 10 gold would be his chartered fee, and I gave him 7 because I was trying to see if the man could count. And he was just so happy to receive the 7 gold pieces that he forgot to count the additional 3, so...
I didn't know your brother was a count.
No, I don't have a brother. That was another thing I lied about. And in the interest of honesty,
right.
I feel like lies separate the party. So
Well, you shouldn't go around telling people he's a count then. That's weird.
well, he may be a count and he may exist, but to me, I do not know of a brother of mine. That being said, I would happily call all of you my brothers.
Is he going to make that noise for the entire trip?
Oh, do have some sympathy for him, Keltumal. He is extremely ill. And given how much I think this man knows about nature and the inner workings of living things, I think it may pay to be nice to him in
He
case
was
you
putting
require his
salt
services
water
later.
on plants.
Yes.
Okay,
I don't-
so
Your intelligence is way bigger than mine. I'm just like, yes, water.
all right. So apart from this conversation, obviously you've got 3 weeks on board the ship. If there's anything you want to do, maybe you see some of the crew passing some time with games of dice, but mostly it's a pretty uneventful journey. So
I will weave a basket
you will weave a basket. Okay.
from whatever I can find lying around.
Is there a ship's cat on board?
Let's roll for cat.
The gnome has a parrot, surely.
Negative. There's no cat because I rolled a 1.
What about a parrot?
Oh,
No, it's like I said, it's a fairly small ship, so they don't have too much room for pleasantries on board the Brazen Pegasus. But the voyage passes by pretty uneventfully and goes by pretty quickly as well. Thankfully for Gertz, after a while, maybe sometime in the 3rd week, perhaps you awaken to witness your first view of the peninsula of Chult. Perhaps you see like these sheer cliffs that rise out of the turbulent waters that form a natural bay, beyond which you can see a primordial landscape. Titanic mountains claw at the sky, billowing smoke and ash far, far to the south. And primeval jungles stretch across the landscape like a living carpet. As the Brazen Pegasus transitions from open ocean into the bay, the captain gathers you all on the main deck. And as you approach, you see a pair of these sailors. One is holding a small lockbox. The other is holding a burlap bag roughly the size of a small gourd. All under the watchful eye of the captain. One of the sailors begins transferring a handful of gold coins from the lockbox into the bag, counting each coin and intermittently stopping to gauge the captain's approval. Every time he does this, the captain nods, indicating that they should continue whatever ritual this is. At last count, you would estimate there's around about 100 gold pieces go into the bag, before the captain finally says, "That'll do." And the sailor takes the bag, nimbly navigates the ship's deck, and scampers onto the bowsprit. Clinging to the rigging with one hand, he holds the bag in the other as he leans precariously outwards, holding the bag out to the side. Do you do or say anything?
What are you doing, you fool? There's 100 gold pieces in there.
And
I'll reach for the bag.
the well, this guy sort of like scampered across the deck. He's sort of out, that sort of the bowsprit, that mast that sticks out from the front of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
He's like sort of balancing on that, sort of holding onto the rigging with one hand. He's got the bag in the other hand, and he's holding it over the water And if you try and like step out there, maybe the first mate rather puts his hand on your shoulder and sort of pulls you back.
If you're just going to throw it away, my party and I could use it.
No. I know, boss.
Yeah.
We must never disrupt a religious ritual. This is clearly some kind of ritual.
Saying what they're doing is a sane event. They are within their right minds.
I really want to see if he falls in.
Then, can I walk off to the side? They're doing the ritual there. Can I walk off to the side and cast a spell, please?
Yes. What spell would you like to cast?
I'd like to cast Find Familiar, get a fish as a familiar, as I'm allowed to, and then wait for that bag to drop in the water, and then the fish grabs the bag.
All right. Well, let's start with the casting of that spell. Are there verbal, semantic, or any other components?
It is, but I'm walking away. I'm trying to walk away for a bit, and I'm going to the end of the thing and pretend to throw up or hurl again.
All right.
And I will do a sleight of hand, if that's okay, to see if I can hide or deception. It's up to you.
I'm going to say that the most of the people's attention are currently aimed towards the front of the ship. So I will give you the chance to do this. Absolutely. Can I get you to share the Find Familiar spell in the log for me, real quick?
Would you like me to read it out?
Oh yeah, that'd be lovely. Thank you.
All right. You gain. So it's one action, instantaneous. You gain the service of a familiar, a spirit that takes an animal form of your choice. Bat, cat, frog, hawk, lizard, octopus, owl, rat, raven, spider, weasel, or another beast that has a challenge rating of 0. Fish. Appearing in an unoccupied space within range, which is 10 foot towards the water. Statistics chosen from a form, though it is a celestial, fey, or fiend. Your choice, instead of a beast, your familiar acts independently of you, but it obeys your command. Telepathic connection. While your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as a bonus action, you can see through the familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn. And all the special senses. Finally, with a cast a spell with a range touch. Blah 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 blah.
Okay. All right. So you call this fish to you, and you share senses with it, which I find rather interesting. Maybe you...
Or an octopus, either or. Something
Or an
like
octopus. Well, I'm happy to call it a fish. Maybe a large barramundi or something. I don't know what's in Chult. A barramundi, sure. And how does this look? Do you go into a trance or...
It's an action. It's literally 6 seconds. It's like like you see like he's against the railings and he's kind of pretending, but he's forming these words, these druidic words in his language, and then he kind of drops it. He gets in his little pouch and he kind of gets some herbs and wraps them up in his hand and drops a bit of grass and a bit of seed into the ocean, and then as the fish comes up, bloop, eats the herbs and all that sort of stuff. There's my familiar.
There's your familiar, and you can share senses with it. So after, like, the guy's out there for like a few minutes, like a couple minutes go by, and nothing happens. And maybe you hear the first mate. He's like, "Perhaps not this time, Captain." And she doesn't say anything back. She's just like staring out towards the front of the ship. Do you command your fish to do anything? It's like swimming beside the bow of the ship, and maybe looking up. You can see the guy sort of hanging out on the rigging with the bag in his hand.
How high is he from the water? Can the fish like jump out of the water, grab it, and pull it back down?
I would say no. He's relatively high up. If you can see like that picture I have shared there, if you look all the way on the front of that bowsprit, it's up fairly high from the water. So he's kind of got that bag in his hand.
All right.
So yeah.
So the fish does like you got to see if the fish does like a dolphin thing.
And the rest of you can feel like a tension starting to grow in the air as this sort of unfolds around you. And Sevs, through the eyes of your fish, you notice, maybe at first you think it's like the shadow of a cloud passing overhead, and then you realize it's not that, it's something dark passing underneath the fish.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Anyone else who happens to be looking over the side of the ship, you might notice something similar as well.
So what you're saying earlier is this was a religious ceremony?
Certainly seems that way. I'd say, if not religious, then some sort of ceremony, you know. And it'd be rude to interrupt at the very least. Not much less, just even a bit uncouth, really. We're guests aboard their ship, and yes.
Quite right, my mistake. I was quite narrow-viewed. Keltumal, you ever seen anything like this before? And what the fuck is that? Big shadow.
I haven't seen anything like this exactly, but I often watch the drunkards from the tavern wander down to the docks and see how long they can last before they fall in. Always a spectacle.
Well, I think we should make our way to the middle of the boat, just in case something comes up the edge. Where is
Oh, quite right.
Ivan and Gert? And Ruth?
Ivan's probably fixated at trying to figure out, because, like, Ivan's thrown logs in the water before, right? But, like, they always sink, and this thing's like a whole lot of logs. So he's kind of just wondering how it stays afloat. And he's probably just staring at the sides of the boat trying to figure it out.
Gert is over there pretending to throw up the contents of a stomach he doesn't have.
Well, we'll keep an eye on him. Ivan and Rin join us in the middle. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. And we'll just watch this from afar.
And after a moment, yeah, I'm going to need those people, by the way, who failed that Constitution save to take 1 point of exhaustion, by the way.
Oh.
I will Google if I can take it. I'm not too sure.
Forgot to mention that, but yeah, essentially, every campaign, yeah, I like using exhaustion. It's fun. Okay. After a moment, the sea ahead of the ship begins to roil and churn, and waves crash over the bow of the ship, driven by saw-toothed hills rising from the heaving foam. Water streams off the rising crags like rivers crashing down a mountainside. At last, the emerging island stops growing in size, although the sea around still tosses your ship like a drifting feather. Then a huge blast of steam erupts from the waves, as though the drifting rainbow crust mist. You see an immense beak and a milky eye the size of a hogshead cask staring blindly in your direction. As the water calms, you also seem to spot a dozen or more shark fins circling the ship. I think I have something for this. If it's here. There it is. Let's see if my map actually works. Doesn't look like it is. Good times.
It's just loading.
It's just loading.
Oh shit.
Oh dear.
That will give you a little bit of an idea of what you see rising out from the sea in front of the brazen Pegasus. As the ship begins to buck and kick from side to side, you see that poor sailor hanging onto the rigging, balancing on the bowsprit, clinging on for dear life. And as the water begins to calm, you can see the gargantuan form of what appears to be some sort of massive turtle just leering at the ship as it rises out from the water.
I'll be swearing.
See, this is why we don't disrupt the religious rituals.
Yes, this is very much noted. Is there anything we can say to this creature to calm it down? Or, in fact, is it better to leave the ship to it and we jump and swim to shore?
Shh. Just watch, the first mate says. And as he says that, you can see that sailor hanging to the bowsprit on the front of the ship. Nervously, he begins to overturn the leather bag, allowing the coins to begin falling into the ocean like a waterfall of gold. You want to try and grab some of those gold coins there, Gert?
I got fishes.
All right. What are we going to need to roll here? You tell me. How would you like the fish to try and scoop up some of these coins? Because
It's going to have to be. It's going to have to be sleight of fin. Obviously,
fin?
Slice of fin.
I would imagine it's just a dead set D20 roll. Because I don't think he's going to have a bonus as his slightly things.
I'm thinking probably not.
Ooh, that's a 10.
I'll bring that up for people at home to see. A 10. Okay. Let me bring up something here.
I'm going to piss this bloody turtle off, aren't I?
Okay. Let's just say your fish is successful in scooping up a gold piece. But as it does so, you can see maybe one of those shark fins suddenly violently turn towards where your fish is, Gert, and starts swimming up towards your fish, clearly hunting prey.
Swim, fish. Swim. You said it's a barracuda, so is it? Oh, it's a barramundi. Oh no, that's fine.
Barramundi. So it's pretty big. It's pretty big. It's going to be a pretty good meal for a shark. We'll come back to that in just a second. But as this massive, what appears to be like a dragon turtle, it doesn't take its attention away from the ship, and after a moment, there's like a loud burst of steam as something seems to have agitated the creature, and this burst of steam, even from your position, in the center of the ship, you can feel the heat radiating outwards, and it completely envelops that poor sailor who's clinging to the front of the ship. Something seems to have annoyed the creature. The guy screams, maybe a Wilhelm scream.
There you go, Kiltamel. You got your wish.
You turn and I'll just be hiding behind Rin, being like, "Oh my god, that was fucking horrible."
He and the poor guy, he starts to fall, he lets go of his grip on the rigging, and he starts to fall. And as he's falling, you can see his flesh is literally boiling on his bones. And when he hits the waves, you see some of the flesh sloughing off of his body as he hits the water.
Yeah, I grab Keltamel's nearest piece of pottery and vomit inside it, and I say through the vomit, I'm like, I hope this wasn't one of your favorites, Keltamel.
I don't care anymore. Just keep.
Was that supposed to happen? I think that was you.
No, I think something fishy's going on.
What did you say to it? Did you say anything to the turtle?
We didn't say anything. We were told specifically to stand here, touch nothing, and do nothing. That is exactly what we've done. So anything this turtle is doing is their fault.
Strange.
And you can see there's like a look of like panic starting to set in on some of the sailors, and they're looking towards their captain. And Automate Swift maybe turns towards one of you, and he's like, "This doesn't usually happen. Our gifts are usually enough to satiate Arameg. Something must have agitated him.
What usually agitates him?
He's normally satisfied with the gifts that we bring him with the gold that we toss into the sea to placate
Give him more. Give him more.
Yeah.
I have nothing left.
Give him one of my designer pots.
I'll throw the one I spewed in over. What?
Is it an animal? Or, is it an
his
animal? Or is it an animal or a dragon?
He's a dragon.
Yes. So I'm not sure if it's classified as a beast. I might be able to bring that up for
It's a
you.
dragon.
Real quick.
Yeah, it is a dragon. I think it is.
Yeah, it's a dragon. So it's not technically classified as an animal. But it seems to be agitated, and Gert, you might have an idea of why it's agitated. It's definitely considered a dragon, and no, like maybe Automate Swift like turns to one of you guys, and he's like, we're going to need to offer more.
Give the elf.
By me. I'm worth more alive because I can make things.
Yes, no, we will not be giving him the elf. The elf is, I don't mean to claim people, but technically my property, so he stays. We're going to have to think of somebody else.
Upright and glare at you at that remark.
You have
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to save your life. I don't own you, but in this case, it's better that I do.
Has
How about-
anyone ever talked to this creature?
Spoken to it. No, Arameg is the guardian of the Bay of Chult. We give it its offerings, and it keeps Port Nyanzaru safe from those who would try to take it by force.
I'm just gonna release the fine familiar and kind of go.
Why are you whistling? This is no time to whistle. Our lives are in danger, Gert.
How can you whistle without lips?
It's a sign.
That sounds
think
like a
that-
kazoo.
I'm going through everything and trying to pull out all the gold that I have
Mm-hmm.
because it seems like we might be in big trouble. So I'm going to be like, everyone, do we have anything that would please this creature?
Yes, technically, we do have 200 gold pieces, but they are our gold pieces that we need to survive that island.
Yes.
That is true. And when you
It's
say you
not
didn't
worth
have
it
any
if you
more,
don't
no.
get there.
You said that you didn't have any more, and yet we watched you with the box and the bag, and you said that's enough. So why would you need to say that?
Right.
I get it. You said that's enough because there's nothing left in the box. I understand.
Because we have business that still needs doing. Gods be damned if none of you will help. Do it myself. And she starts pulling off some of the jewelry that she has. And
Yes, well, you
Gave
did
you
get
my
us into
pot.
this trouble, and we already offered a beautiful pot, as Keltmel just said.
Take a seed out of my pocket, and then as she put it, just
No.
a little-
Whose seed is that?
the elves, the elf seed.
No. You keep all of our seeds with you, Gerd, and I'll pat them back onto his chest like they're for us. For when we die, you'll plant them in
I
our
will
body room.
turn you into a pot one day.
Captain Automate makes her way across the deck of the ship. She climbs out onto the bowsprit herself, and you can see the first mate sort of looking on, just with like an anxious tension as Captain Swift sort of clings to the rigging herself. She's pulled off, the rings and the gold chain that she has around her neck, and she holds it out for a moment. And it maybe some of the jewelry glints off the sort of morning sunlight, and she lets it go. It drops down into the water and sinks beneath the waves. After a long moment, there's like a thick air of tension, but after a while, the beast seems to be satiated by the offering that was given to it, and begins to sink back beneath the waves. And as it does so, you can feel the wake of the creature sinking back beneath the waves begins to toss the ship violently from side to side. And as it starts to calm down, there's almost like a collective like sigh of relief as the captain scrambles back down, quite clearly agitated from what's happened, and lands back down on the main deck. And she looks all towards all of you with like a frown, quite clearly, upset about losing a sailor and about having to toss some of her personal jewelry overboard as well. And she looks towards you and she's like, I don't know what that was, but that certainly was not a good omen.
Yes, well, it seems that that dragon was extremely mad at your crew.
Yes, I'm sure it had nothing to do with the fact that I was hoping that we could turn it into soup.
Yes, I think that was an inside thought, Keltamel, and as long as it remained inside, we are all safe.
The guy that fell over the side, is he just taken under straight away, or are people trying to get him, or is he just gone?
As soon as he hit the water, you see those sharks just like descend on him, and he just gets like torn to shreds.
He's slop.
He like even before he hit the water, you could see his skin was like boiling from the heat from that blast of steam.
Can I try something? I know I'm gonna regret this.
Okay.
But as he falls in the water, I kind of like go up to the side, and I'm gonna cast. I don't know if they're an animal. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals and see if I can kindly ask the sharks not to eat him, if possible. Hello, sharks. I know he's a meal and stuff, but please, we kind of need him. That pink thing. If you could not eat him, it'll just do me a favor, and I'll be very happy. And you could eat an elf instead.
Could we roll deception to like try and trick him that maybe he's poisonous or something?
I'll get you to roll a persuasion check, Gert, and I'll get you to roll that with disadvantage.
Oh God. You sure?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
I rolled a natural 16 and a natural 17. I have a -1 for perception, so it was a 15 roll.
Persuasion, so 15 on that roll. Okay, look. These are verbal commands as well. Am I right?
Yeah, it's verbal somatic.
You're speaking out loud to these sharks.
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
So I'm going to say they might have a hard time hearing you unless it's like telepathic communication. I'm going to say they're probably going to have a hard time hearing you. Am I right in assuming this, or
very much?
Because I don't think there's any telepathic communication going on. No, nothing.
None. It's just me shouting at the water.
Just yelling really loud at the water.
I don't think sharks have the best hearing at the best of times.
Good.
We need the pig one. You can have the elf.
Good. I know you're
have
sad.
the elf or John's brother.
Things to him. I'm
John's
sorry.
brother is in here. You can have.
I don't have a brother. We went through this. It's okay. Good.
He has a sister.
He's malfunctioning. Does he have an off button?
I'm going to fill his crevices with clay.
Oh.
Maybe it's the first mate.
Speak for
He's like
intercourse.
Yeah, sounds dirty.
He's like
I'm gonna fill his crevices with clay.
and then as soon as you see the red of the blood, I go, I tried. I just turn around and walk back.
It's all right, lad. It's all right. He belongs to the sea now.
Yes. All the parts of him belong to the sea.
These are the risks that we take when we when we do this journey, we know what's in for us. We know the risks. The captain know the risks. They took this job, and we'll make sure that his family gets his cut.
It's very, very
Ben?
kind of you.
Yes.
Do we, as a crew, know what's happened?
I will allow you to roll a check if you'd like to roll a check. You just have to tell me what you want to roll.
I'm wondering, because I could have gone over our heads and we might be like, wow, that went very wrong. The crew suck. What would that be? Perception?
Ooh, that's going to be a good one. I'll allow history if you'd like.
Okay.
I'll roll that.
I want to roll so I can fail hilariously.
Yeah, I've got a minus.
Yeah, I'm
one.
gonna.
Do it.
I roll history though.
Ooh,
I have a +4 to history.
I got a 13.
Don't forget those people who are suffering from exhaustion.
Oh, hang on.
Take a
A,
minus
a
one.
heroic inspo. Does that mean I get to roll it again?
It absolutely does. Sure.
Yay.
I got
all
a
right.
21.
Ooh, 21 on the history.
That's even
Another
worse.
21.
7.
Let's go, Keltamel, you intelligent bastard.
Yes.
All right, so Keltimo, you got a 21. Anyone get any higher than 21? 21, 21. Going with the 21.
Didn't roll because I'm not really the history person, but
Not the
you know
history
what?
type.
I'll give it a crack and see if that's actually the case. I think it is.
You can do it.
No, it is. I don't want to talk about it.
All
I'll
right,
not give you
so
any digits.
That's a
Keltimal,
0.
you know about dragon turtles. Specifically, you've heard about possibly when you were researching your clay that you're sort of looking for. Maybe you came across a book and you've heard about a dragon turtle that is sort of legendary in the peninsula of Chult, that sort of protects the bay of Chult. And dragon turtles, not unlike any other type of dragon, hoard gold. So this particular dragon has made its home in the Bay of Chult and demands regular tribute from those ships passing through the bay into and out of Port Nyanzaru.
Okay, I will share none of this information. No, I will tell everyone.
Those ships that fail to appease the dragon turtle, and with the 21, you might know that it's called Arameg. Those ships that fail to appease Arameg, well, let's just say the bottom of the Bay of Chult is littered with the remains of the ships that failed to provide adequate
Tribute.
tribute to the dragon turtle that protects the bay. So that's what you would know. And after this after the water calms down a little bit, maybe it's the first mate who turns towards you and he's like, "Welcome to Chult." And after that tense encounter, the captain and the crew, maybe a little bit less loud than they were before, they start to turn their attention towards navigating the ship safely through the Bay of Chult and into Port Nyanzaru. After about 30 minutes, give or take, you come around a rocky outcropping. And for the first time, you lay your eyes on Port Nyanzaru. A huge statue, not unlike the Colossus of Rhodes, stands tall at the center of a natural bay overlooking the docks, beyond which you can see a city built atop a steep, mountainous landscape. Unlike Baldur's Gate, that features a gentle slope, Port Nyanzaru is a dizzying vertical maze of brightly colored houses, markets, towering temples. The sun glints off the roof of a large golden-topped dome structure as the brazen Pegasus approaches the port. And I think that might be where we call it a night for tonight, as the brazen Pegasus pulls into the port of Nyanzaru.
Wow.
I will be
Nearly got eaten by a
excitedly
sea
bragging
dragon.
that
Oh,
that
that was-
Aramak now has one of my designer pots.
He took it voluntarily.
I did nothing.
I can put my prices up now.
Roll
you
a deception check, Gert.
Yeah. I feel like Gert says that, and all like 5 of the party members just part and see him in the middle of us. This robot.
I go. I did nothing.
And as you're
I
sort of
will
approaching the
wait.
port of Nyanzaru, you see like a barramundi with a large chunk taken out of it, and there's like a gold coin floats out of its open stomach. Sort of drifts up next to the boat, sort of bumping up against the hull of the boat as it goes by.
Oh, look.
Does that belong to you, Gert?
No, this is a fish with gold in it. It was a bad omen there. This is a good omen. This is us. We are going to win.
That
Is it
can't be a good
I see
omen.
in it.
That's a river fish. What's a river fish doing all the way out here?
And maybe
I'm
that's why
sensitive.
Aramek was so mad.
Maybe that's why it was half eaten. That's fine.
Topsy-turvy world we're
We are
in.
going to survive. We are going to survive. You're not. I am. You are all going to die.
Oh,
You'll survive longer if you're honest with us henceforth, Gert. Being
I
part of a
didn't.
team requires some responsibility. You to
I
us
did.
and us to you.
I did nothing, and I rolled a 3 on my deception with a -1.
Oh,
I rolled
wow.
a 2.
Everyone knows it was your fault. No one's talking about it, but they know.
I think
Hold
that
out your
those
hand.
of us who have been seasick the whole time are just like waiting to get onto land
Yes,
And-
yes. And
and get a long rest so that we get rid of our exhaustion.
probably pretty excited about pretty excited about arriving on
Mm.
on dry land. Anyway, thank you everyone for hanging out with us tonight. Before we do finish up, I just want to do a quick shout out to a couple of amazing people who support the channel. Of course, we got our affiliate partners, Cryptic Culture, who do D&D and tabletop RPG themed apparel, clothes, shirts, whatever. So make sure you check them out. I might be able to chuck a link in the chat for them. But we also have, of course, the amazing friends over at Fruit Bowl Dice. If you're looking to roll as high as I did in the previous episode of Beck and Blackest Nights, 19, 18, 19, 20, 17. Pretty good night for me. But if you're looking to roll those kind of numbers, make sure you check out fruitballdice.com. What do you guys got going on, by the way? Got anything
Ooh.
new?
oh my god. Okay, so the best dice ever. It's an 8-piece set. Okay, I'm just gonna
Cool.
start with that. You get 2 D20s, and one of them's a 30 mil, I think, or 33 mil. And they've all got chickens in. All of them have got chickens in. There's the daddy chicken, the mummy chicken, and then there's all the baby chickens. And in the D4, there's an egg. Honestly, we were hooting, hollering with laughter. We thought it was the funniest thing ever, so we had to get them.
That's
Amazing.
what you
What
can
else
use
could
for
you possibly
the.
want?
You can use that for the chicken attack.
Exactly.
Is this the Bokok ones?
Quack!
Yeah. All right. I'm going to put them in the chat.
They're
They're
just
amazing.
absolutely, they're just the silliest thing I've ever seen. I love them. But then we've also got a whole bunch of new resins. There's some really beautiful of the trillion cut chunks.
Freaking
There's some-
diamond ones on here.
Oh, you've seen the
yeah.
Shrouded Chaos, I see. Yeah, they're next level as well.
They look sick.
But a whole bunch of really beautiful new resins. And I need to get the photos up, but we got some DM screens.
Ooh.
So
that's
hopefully
fun.
we'll get the photos up there. Okay, so the best thing about these is there is no information on them. They've just got really good quality placky pockets for you to put whatever the fuck you want in there.
Mm.
They're really, really good.
They're really cool because look, the ones you get from Wizards of the Coast, have a whole lot of information that you never use. So at least this way you can put whatever's relevant to you. Let's just say you're playing Pathfinder on Tuesday and D&D on Wednesday. You can change
You
it
can
all
put
up.
a little switchblade in there in case one of your players gets lippy.
That's it. And there is two types of them, but we've got a really beautiful wooden one with magnets on. That one's going to be a little bit expensive because it's wood. But the other one is similar enough material to what your normal DM screen's made of, but we've got nice plastic pockets in. So I'll make sure they go up this week. But yeah, like I say, lots of new goodies coming in as always. And
pins as well. I haven't seen them before.
oh, pins galore. We got pins.
So many pins. You've
So
got the
many
best pins.
Got the best pins.
You've got the greatest pins in the world. You've got billions of pins.
I like the Guess I'll Die one. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That one's been a favorite. I like the one with the fire and it says "This is fine." That's that's.
I still like the lizard wizard. He's my favorite pin.
Look,
Gillette
Lizard
is cute, man. Gillette
There's
is
some
cute.
great ones. There's some great dice on there. So if you haven't already done so, if your paycheck comes in, make sure you spend it all immediately. It's not expensive. It's in fact, it's too cheap is what it is. They're selling
Exactly,
it.
an
I don't
investment.
even know how they can do these prices. They must be making a loss. That's what I say.
well, you know, we're just trying to look after the community. Prices start at $10 for a full set of dice, and they cap out at 250. But
Oh, they're good though, aren't they? Those Shrouded Clarity. My
Oh.
God.
They're great.
Oh.
They're great.
on
So,
the
yeah.
Instagram, it's got a little video in the sunlight, so you can.
Oh, they're so beautiful.
Check them out over at fruitbowldice.com. Of course, if you liked the ambience, which wasn't working tonight, make sure you check out tabletopaudio.com. And if you liked the maps that weren't working, make sure you check out Above BTT. They're also great. And if you want a good browser, make sure you do not use Firefox because it is terrible. Thank you everyone
Pretty sure
for coming and
everyone
hanging
knows
out with
that.
us tonight. It's been a blast as always. Join us again tomorrow night for Chronicles and Chaos. I think that's at 8:30 p.m.
It is
Australian
New South Wales proper time.
inferior time, I believe it's called AIT.
Oh.
Correct time.
8.
We will be doing a session 0. We have just finished the prequel. We are walking into the thing. And if you want the lore of the world, I've put into the Chronicles and Chaos lore tab. I built a whole city and a whole background and all that sort of stuff. So check it out, please.
Amazing.
It's really
You'll
cool.
find
I
that
did
on our
read through it.
Discord. Use chat command !Discord to find your way over there. We've got a lot of stuff going on over there, and that's where we put a lot of our news as well. So if you want to find out what's happening, check that out. And then, of course, Thursday night, we have another episode of Beck and Blackest Night, which will be streaming live as well on Twitch. And
Currently
on
a vampire
YouTube.
fight going on there.
A very tense
Ooh.
vampire fight. It's pretty good. It's pretty
He
good.
nearly killed so many of my friends last week. It was a hard
Throw
listen.
grains of rice at them.
They-
They have to count them.
They can suck.
They do.
Oh,
They
they
suck.
do suck.
You know what didn't suck? My rolls. That was great.
Oh, it was brutal. The fruit bowl dice came through, Jess.
They really
Like,
did.
Oh, look,
He
we
was
take credit for all the good
smashing
rolls.
Worth every penny.
None of them are the bad.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we
so we
just
got
blame
that.
user error.
On Thursday night. Friday night, of course, we have Renegades, Rogues, and Runaways. And then the following week, we're going to do it all over again. There may be some disruption to our usual streaming schedule. We will be moving house probably next week. So we probably won't be doing an episode of Beck and Blackest Nights, but the rest of the streams will still be going ahead as far as I'm aware. Make sure you keep an
We've
eye
done
on
it
our
before.
socials. We've done
How
it
many times
before.
have we moved with the
Um,
floods and then yep. We'll be okay.
We can do it. And
We've done it before. We've done it from like the same room on phones before. Like we'll make it work.
I've done it while suffering from food poisoning. So we'll find a way to
Oh,
make it
there's
work
videos of that. It's really
for
bad.
you. Yeah, and that's really all there is to it. If you could like, share, follow, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. It really is. It's not going to cost you anything, and it'll help us immensely. So thank you, Jem, Jess, Jake, Sevs, Jeff, Aaron. I just realized how many just there are in this team. we'll see you all again next week. Thank you all very much, and good night.
Oh, and everyone watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yes, watch that too.